Hey everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Sticky Note Marketing. I am Mary Zarnecki. I am a marketing strategist, speaker, trainer, and business transformation specialist. And my goal is to be able to give you the insider tips and tricks that I've gathered over my 20-year career helping big brands, small businesses, local businesses, online businesses create important, meaningful connections with their online audiences and their in-person audiences so that they can sell more and create a profitable, long-lasting brand and business. So today's topic was kicked off by the fact that I feel like I've had the same conversation at least 4 times this week. So talk about serious deja vu. If you've ever had that experience where you're like, didn't I just have this conversation? Drop me your favorite emoji below, because this is something that I felt like needed to be addressed, because this topic came up again and again with 4 different types of businesses, 4 different types of people that I'm working with. So this is obviously something that's top of mind for a lot of you out there. So my goal today is to give you some actionable items and also a new way to think about this topic, because here's the thing. This topic is basically what is keeping you stuck, right? What's keeping you stuck from getting to the success place that you want in your business, right? So you're a serious business owner, maybe you're an entrepreneur, maybe you're a service-based provider, maybe you're building your business mainly online, maybe you're really just kind of building a brick and mortar and you just need more feet coming through the door. Wherever you are in the phase of your business, here's the thing. I talked to these 4 different people this week, and every single one of them had the same challenge, right? Is that they're feeling stuck. They feel like they know what to do, but they're still not taking action. So why are they feeling stuck? So here's the thing. I teach a lot of my students and clients lots of to-dos. I help them with how to create lead magnets, how to create drip campaigns, how to create and set up a strategic marketing plan for your business, how to lay out a content strategy so you know what to talk to your audience about, how to learn about your audience. All of these things I can teach you how to do. But here's the problem is now, even though you know what to do, you're not taking action. So if you've ever felt that way, if you've ever felt like, oh my gosh, yeah, I know what to do, or at least I know something I could do, but I'm still not doing it, and I don't know why. If you've ever felt like that, drop me a comment below, because you are not alone, my friend. So here's the thing. This is the biggest roadblock to business success as far as I'm concerned. Whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're a small business owner, whether you are an executive working for other people's or helping to build another business that's not necessarily your own, this is something I've seen come up and create this massive roadblock time and time again. The thing is, you might know what to do, but if you don't have the right systems, support, and accountability in place, getting that action, getting over that leap of taking action and actually making things happen in your business is really hard. So let's unpack why this is really hard. So some of you guys might know this about me, others may not, but in addition to getting my MBA at Yale and studying business and strategy for a long time, I also, prior to that, got my undergraduate degree in ecology and evolutionary biology. Now, some people might say, okay, Mary, what does biology have to do with marketing? Here's the thing. Marketing, and the reason I love marketing, is because at the core of it, it's all about behavior and psychology and understanding people and understanding how to create success for your people. Because if you're in business, you're providing a solution, right? Your people are coming to you for a solution. If you're a health coach, maybe it's for habit change. If you are a, local entertainment center, like a bowling center, it's for entertainment. It's for creating memories, right? If you are a chiropractor, it's for getting rid of pain, but you are providing a solution. And that has to do with their psychology. It has to do with where they are. It has to do with the desire to feel better, to move away from pain or closer to pleasure, right? We talk about the pain-pleasure principle a lot when we're talking about marketing messaging. But here's the thing. You have to understand the psychology of your people, but you also have to understand your psychology as a business owner. Because here's the thing. The same way that your audience's critter brain, that kind of lizard brain, that earliest part of our mind, that is keeping your audience from making the decision maybe to work with you or buy from you or find a solution to the problem that they're struggling with, is the same thing that's keeping you stuck as a business owner. It's keeping you stuck because here's the thing. Even though you say that you want success, you want more clients, you want more customers, you want more sales, you want more profits, you want all these things, to get from where you are now, if you're not achieving those things now, to get to that place where you're more successful, bringing in more profits, making those 10K, 20K, 50K months. There has to be transformation. And transformation is scary. And that's what sets off those alarm bells in those critter brains of ours, right? So as a business owner, this is the biggest roadblock to the business success that I'm seeing for most people is yes, you need the information and you need the training. And I, believe me, understand that if your expertise is not marketing, if basically you have amazing expertise, you've built experience, you've worked with clients, you create results, and that thing isn't marketing, marketing can be scary, right? Because there are a lot of things and to-dos and techniques and strategies and all of those things. But even if I teach you those things, if you aren't ready for the transformation, if you haven't gotten your mindset right, if you haven't gotten the other 3 legs of this business success stool in place, this is where the stuckness comes up. So that's why I wanted to talk about this today, because it's a very, very big thing. Because the fundamentals of business strategy, of marketing strategy, can be taught, right? She can be taught. So I can teach you these things because they're fairly straightforward once you start working with someone who knows what they're doing. But here's the thing. You have to be open to this transformation. You need to be able to release what's not working. You need to be able to maybe reformat or rejigger some things that are currently working one way in your business that we need to transform. And you may need to bring new habits, new actions, new people into your business in order to complete that transformation. And that can be scary. So here's the thing. How do we do this? How do we actually create this business success for us? Go through this transformation and bust through this roadblock when our critter brain, the thing that's kept us safe for generations, right? For millennia. How do we do that and actually have that critter brain turn off or get around it so that we can actually create the transformation and success we want in our business? So here's the thing. The reason why some business owners are super effective and successful in this area and others are not, and stay stuck and stay in this kind of struggle area, like stay on the struggle bus, is for 3 things, right? You need 3 essential things, what we call like the 3-legged stool of success, to get out of this roadblock, get past this roadblock, so you want to create the path to success that you want to get, right? So let's talk about these 3 things. The 3 things are going to be system, support, and accountability. So really easy. One of the reasons that this is called the Sticky Note Marketing Show is I want you to be able to take the insights that I provide you every week and be able to fit it on a sticky note, right? So this is very simple. Think about this as system, support, and accountability. System just means having the right steps in the right order. So you would not believe how many people I work with, my students, my clients, who are so inundated and overwhelmed by this massive to-do list they've created for their marketing in their business, right? They feel like they have to be everywhere, talking to everyone, doing all the things on all the latest new platforms and technologies, and they've created these massive to-do lists. And here's the thing, your to-do list might be keeping you trapped. You just need the right system. You need the right steps in the right order. And you get that by learning from someone who's done what you want to do before you, right? Who has the information, who has the knowledge, who has the experience. So that's the first thing, is you need to know what to do. Now, here's the thing. We talked about this before. Even when you might know what to do, you're still not taking action, right? Those are those 4 conversations that I had this week. So that's why the next 2 steps, the next 2 parts of this, process, the other 2 legs of the stool are so essential. So number 2 is going to be your support. And the reason why support is so important is that we may be serious business owners and entrepreneurs, but here's the thing is we are human, right? So even though we know the process, we know the steps, we know the system, we have the steps in place, we have the knowledge and information, we need support. We are human beings and we need support, and sometimes we need encouragement in order to actually take the actions when we're feeling stuck. So getting in our own way can be a huge roadblock to the success that we know we want, right? You want to move toward outcomes, move away from the to-do list and think about what the outcomes you want to achieve. Now, if you've thought about that and you've actually done that and know what outcomes you want to achieve in your business, even though you have the steps to take to get there, the support is where you're going to get that accountability and, well, not accountability, but the encouragement to make sure that you are actually taking action on those steps you know you need to take. All right. The 3rd leg of the stool is what I like to call accountability. So you have your system, you know what to do. Your support is as you're going through the process, you get that little extra support and encouragement to kind of do the actions. But this 3rd leg is when stuff happens, right? All of us, no matter whether it's new health habits, new business practices, there's those times where the kids get sick or you get sick or, Facebook stops working or something goes haywire in your life, right? It's always great to have plan A and plan B, but sometimes no matter how many plans you've created, there's something that happens that throws you off track, right? Something comes up, and sometimes it's your critter brain being super uncomfortable with the change, with the progress, with the potential you're creating for transformation in your life and business. But sometimes it's just life, right? Hashtag just life. But the accountability, this third leg of the stool, is so, so important, because if you don't have accountability, if you don't have someone or a group or a support system that will allow you to get back on track and figure out how to make it work no matter what's happening around you, that's where people get submarined, right? So the most effective and most successful people, when it comes to building their businesses, have all three pieces of this system, all three legs of the stool in place. I guarantee if you look at the people that you idolize, the people that you think, oh, I wish I could be more like them, or the people who inspire you in your business, look at them and I will guarantee that they have all three of these things in their life and in their business. So hopefully this is helpful for you. I mentioned that this might not be one of the things that you were thinking I was going to say was a big roadblock to business success. I was thinking you might be saying, Mary, that, it's you need to be more visible, or you need to have a drip campaign. Those things are all things that I can definitely help you with and talk to you more about putting into place. But I wanted to bring this up as a topic because I know, especially as a business owner myself and as a mother who's trying to also set an example for my children, is I know that just knowing what to do isn't always enough. It's the definite first step, but sometimes we need those next two pieces, the support and encouragement to actually take action, as well as the accountability and, sometimes just a kick in the butt to get back on track when life happens, right? So this was for you. If this was meaningful for you, I would love to hear your core takeaways or any ahas. Drop them in the comment below, and I would love to continue the conversation with you. I've created a private Facebook community that I will send the link to you above. I would love for you to jump in there, continue the conversation. It's a great space for businesses and business owners at all different levels of their business to talk about things like this, things not just on the technical side of how do I create a lead magnet, or what do you guys think about this as an opt-in title. Those things are definitely threads that I encourage in the group, but also things like this, like, has anyone ever felt like X? Has anyone run up against this obstacle? And how did you deal with it? Because this is a community where we can actually feel supported no matter what phase of business we're at. So I invite you to join us there in the group, continue the conversation, and I will see you on the next episode of Sticky Note Marketing. Cheers. Bye.